So tell us about the concept of relationship selling and what the
I think the
difference.
easiest way to tell it is through a story. I, for about 2 years, worked for GMAC, General Motors Acceptance Corporation, which was the loan division of GM. And I was a field representative. Translation, bill collector. I had to repossess cars and log trucks in the Ozark Mountains in Arkansas as a 22-year-old kid. So I'd go out in the field and I'd track down the people that hadn't made their payments. And I'd try to do my best to get them to make a payment or give the vehicle back. And I remember one instance specifically. I was in Mountain View, Arkansas, outside of town in the logging woods. And I had to track down this big log truck that the guy hadn't been paying payments on. So I went down this deserted logging road in my company car and got to a point where I had to stop because the car wouldn't go any further. And I walked on back to where I found the truck and the guy. And great big tall hair covered creature came down out of that truck and he towered over me. And I said something to the effect of, "I'm here to get your truck." And he said, "Boy," he said, "I don't know if you've realized it yet. You and I are alone in the logging woods." And I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Why don't you just go away and leave me alone?" I'd say, "Okay, but I'm the last nice guy they're going to send because after me, they send the sheriff and it just gets ugly." And the guy said, "Well, what are my options?" And I said, "Well, put the gun away." 3 times that literally was the case. It wasn't really in this instance. But I said, "Okay, here are your options. You either make a partial payment or a full payment, or you give the truck back to the dealer." And the guy said, "Here." And he threw the keys to me. And I said, "I don't know how to drive that." He said, "Not my problem." I said, "Well, actually, if you think about it, it really is. Because you live in Mountain View. You bought this truck in Mountain View. If I take the truck back to the dealer, which I can find a way to do, then every time you go to town, if you see the dealer walking down the sidewalk, you go to the other side and avert your eyes because you'll feel guilty and feel bad about this experience. If, on the other hand, you drive the truck back to the dealer and say, 'Hey, I'm in a tough situation. I can't make it now. Here,' and you give him the keys, you retain your dignity. And a week later, when you see him in town at the grocery market, you say good morning, and he says good morning back. Your call. What do you want to do?" See, that's relationship selling. Relationship selling is not about pitching a product or getting someone's money out of their pocket and into yours. It's about helping someone in the most appropriate way and retaining their trust in the process.